Chapter 773. Just then, Angie swirled her scepter around and howled, "Hands of darkness!" All at once, a gigantic black hand stuck out of the whirlpool from the center of the spell spheres. The hand and the arm it was attached to looked like that of a demon. It was a meter wide, adorned with razor-sharp nails spanning over 12 inches long. The entire arm and hand were densely covered in runes that glowed eerily with terrifying energy, clawing at Wilbur. An indescribable force of tremendous energy held Wilbur still at once. The giant hand seemed like it had emerged from hell itself and was trying to drag Wilbur 6 feet under with it. "It's time for you to head to the world of the God of Darkness. The flames of darkness there will torch your soul for thousands or years, and your soul will wail in agony through every second of it to please the God of Darkness." Angie cackled wildly. Pierce and Orzo smirked at Wilbur as if they were looking at a dead man doomed to his fate. Eileen opened the potion bottle she held and was about to swallow its contents. At that exact moment, Wilbur put his thunder cleaver away. Quinary form. Fist rift. Wilbur's fist immediately lit up with a flame with 4 different colors. White for spiritual energy, red for dragon's energy, gray for deathly energy, and blue for thunder energy. His spiritual furnace and dragon's crystal spun wildly, combining all 4 energies into one terrifying flame that lit up Wilbur's fist. A series of complicated inscriptions crawled across the flames, drifting in and out of sight. It emanated a suffocating pressure, one that struck everyone in the chest hard. The force holding Wilbur down broke apart at once. Eileen stopped in her steps, her expression turning into of shock. Pierce and Orzo were frozen in place too, staring ahead in a daze. Even Angie raised her eyebrows in disbelief. All of them had felt this immense power. That was what true power was. Just then, Wilbur struck the giant hand clawing at him. With a deafening collision, the giant hand jerked backward. It paused for a second before continuing to claw at Wilbur again. Angie smirked triumphantly while Pierce and Orzo scoffed in disdain. Was that all this guy could do? All gimmicks and flashing colors without any substance. Just then, Wilbur sent out a punch at the speed of light. Following that, one first after another collided with the giant hand. Eventually, the gigantic hand began to tremble. Wilbur's expression was ashen, throwing out punch after punch. The force of each punch did not seem to dissipate. In fact, they were slowly building up momentum. As Wilbur continued his attack, cracks began to appear on the gigantic hand. Angie let out a howl of disbelief. She waved her scepter once more, and a wave of dark spiritual energy surged into the spell spheres. However, Wilbur's fist rift had a unique trait. It had the ability to build its power, which meant that if Wilbur had enough power in him, he could pretty much destroy the entire world. Of course, Wilbur did not possess such terrifying strength. However, as the attacks from the fist rift continued to build, the hand of darkness would not be able to take it. As the attacks kept on coming, the gigantic hand finally broke down along with the 6 spell spheres, drifting into the air as rampant spirit energy. All at once, strong howling winds filled the battlefield. Angie spat out a mouthful of blood, stumbling backward as she stared at Wilbur in shock. Orzo and Pierce were also at a loss for words. How was that possible? Just then, Wilbur began to make his way toward Angie with an ashen expression. From where Eileen was, she could make out a vicious-looking dragon's head floating above Wilbur's back. The dragon's mouth was moving as if it was chanting something.